In a quiet corner of a bustling forest, there lived a small, hardworking ant named Arlo. Every day, Arlo carried grains, leaves, and twigs to build his nest and store food for the coming winter. He loved his home and was proud of what he accomplished. Yet deep inside, a small feeling had started to grow: jealousy. It all began when Arlo noticed his neighbor, a beetle named Bruno, who always seemed to have more than him. Bruno had shiny wings, a cozy little burrow, and piles of food that gleamed under the sun. Whenever Arlo saw Bruno, he felt a pang in his heart. Why does Bruno have everything? I work just as hard, yet I have less, he muttered to himself. Arlo's jealousy grew day by day. He stopped enjoying his work and began comparing himself constantly. Every leaf he carried, every grain he stored, felt smaller and less important than Bruno's shiny food piles. Even the other ants noticed a change in him. Arlo no longer laughed or helped cheer others. He was consumed by envy. One morning, a wise old ant named Amara noticed Arlo sulking near the river. She gently asked, "Arlo, why do you look so unhappy?" Arlo sighed and complained about Bruno and how unfair life seemed. Amara nodded thoughtfully and said, "Let me show you something." She led Arlo to a hill where the forest stretched wide. There, Arlo saw Bruno struggling to carry a heavy bundle of seeds. Despite appearances, Bruno was exhausted, and some of his food had fallen into the mud. His shiny wings were dusty, and his burrow was smaller than Arlo had imagined. "See, Arlo," Amara said softly, "what you see on the outside is not always the whole story. Everyone has their struggles, even if you don't notice. Your work, your home, and your accomplishments are yours, and they are valuable." Arlo felt a wave of relief. He realized how foolish his jealousy had been. He had been so busy envying Bruno that he had forgotten to appreciate his own efforts. From that day on, Arlo worked happily again. He focused on building his nest, storing food, and helping his fellow ants. He even helped Bruno on rainy days when seeds were hard to carry. Seasons passed, and Arlo's nest became strong and warm, full of food and laughter. He learned a valuable lesson. Comparing yourself to others only steals your joy, but working hard, being grateful, and helping others brings true satisfaction. Even when he saw Bruno with something new or shiny, Arlo smiled and thought, "Good for him. I have my own path, and it is enough." Moral: don't be jealous of others. Appreciate your own efforts and blessings. For happiness comes from gratitude, hard work, and helping others, not from comparing yourself to someone else.